So you've been thinking about relocating to Idaho, but you need somebody to show you exactly what it looks like to live here. In this video, we are going to take you through 3 of the most desirable and convenient locations to live here in the Treasure Valley, Idaho, and we are going to show you everything that you need to see. Let's get after it right now. Hands down, one of my absolute favorite communities here in Meridian, Idaho is Spur Wing. If you are looking for something where you feel like you're part of a community and you're a very social person, or maybe you want to be surrounded with mature landscaping and gorgeous water features, a golf course, you name it, wildlife, it's here in Spur Wing. And I think that there is something for everybody in this community. You've got homes with a view, patio homes, luxury estates, large lots, smaller lots with lower maintenance yard.
Homes with an RV bay.
RV bay, big deal, because RV bays are hard to come across, especially in resale, and you can find some of that here. There are sidewalks. So something that a lot of people don't realize here in Idaho is that a lot of the neighborhoods that offer resale and mature landscaping don't necessarily have sidewalks, but as you can see while we're driving through Spur Wing, there's sidewalks, and that's awesome for people who want to get out and go on a walk. We've got a very large community of dog owners here in Idaho, and I would say, if you just had to guess, Nate, what percentage of people living in Spur Wing would you say
Probably
like dog owners?
Everybody. You know.
Probably everybody.
That's what you do. You buy a big house,
Yeah.
you have a family, you get a dog. I mean, that's what you do.
It's perfect. So if you are interested in being part of a community and being social and having an active outdoor life, here in Spur Wing, there are plenty of opportunities for you. Depending on where you purchase your home in Spur Wing, you will receive a membership to the club, and you'll be able to enjoy things like playing tennis, swimming. They've got community events in the clubhouse that you can be part of. There's, I think, is there pickleball here?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Pickleball is like the new thing. Everybody's doing pickleball. It's like the talk of the town.
You know what? I will find the answer to that, and I will add it into the end of this video. So stay tuned if you're a pickleball player, because I will let you know at the end of this video whether or not there's pickleball. And then there's a beautiful golf course here. So this is one of the most desirable golf courses. And a cool little fun fact is, here in Idaho, we have the 3rd latest sunset in the country. So in the summer especially, the sun sets so late, we're looking at like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night before it's late. You can come out and play some twilight golf. It's less expensive, and sometimes you can even re-round because there is enough time. So if you're a golfer, Idaho is a pretty epic place to be. And
when I was a kid, I was part of the IJGA, Idaho Junior Golf League Association, whatever you want to call it, and we would golf random courses here in the valley. Every time we got a golf Spur Wing, it was like something special. When I was a kid on the driving range preparing for the golf tournament, they would always stack up the balls in like this pyramid, and I felt like I was the coolest kid getting this opportunity to play at an amazing course. And it still is great today. I mean, they take a lot of pride in the golf course. It's very, very well maintained. It's a really beautiful place, really beautiful course with a lot of different technicalities. There's water features. I mean, they've done a really good job. The course was beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful here. So if you're someone who is interested in the outdoor amenities and a community, you're very social, there is a home here for you. Or if you are someone who just wants to be surrounded by beauty and be able to get up in the morning and see the ducks on the water or watch the birds, this is a really great location for you as well. The other awesome thing about this is it's super centrally, these braces are not helpful, guys, when I'm trying to talk. Centrally located. So you've got quick access to some of the major hospitals, a lot of the grocery stores. Instacart comes out here if you're someone who likes to use services for shopping. Amazon does same day and 2-day delivery in this area, which is a question that we've been getting a lot. It's
Costco
just
is
awesome.
like what? Like 3 minutes away?
Skip, and a jump away, which is very important to me, as many of you who watch already know. We've got multiple coffee shops. If you are into organic produce and local produce and taking advantage of purchasing food from the local farms out here, it's not super far from the Boise Co-op, which is where I also love to shop. This location just kind of hits a lot for a lot of the families that we've helped relocate. So if you're interested in spur wing, one thing to keep in mind is most of the homes here are resale, so you have to be ready to pull the trigger. This is the kind of situation where you'll definitely want to give us a call, shoot us a text, or write us a message pretty early on so that we can really put a game plan together for you and have everything ready so that when you do find the home that you really love, we're ready to put that offer in and win the home for you. So something super cool about not just spur wing, but a lot of the communities here is you'll notice that they're off of main roads. But what they do when they build in here is they push all of the dirt when they're excavating up to the main road and they create a berm. So they'll build it up and they'll put really beautiful landscaping and then build up sometimes some fences or some trees. And what that does is it allows you to have a lot that backs up to the main road and it really mitigates the noise. So as we're going through spur wing, you might see some really big, beautiful homes and you would have no idea that they are off of a main road. Another point to make about our main roads here in Idaho, and I will show you when we exit out of here, is our main roads are still only a few lanes wide and they're not as heavily trafficked or traveled on as what you might be used to depending on where you're relocating from. So our main roads are still, I would say, you can take them, have a couple miles stretch and get where you need to go in just a few minutes. Another cool thing about this location is that we're about 30 minutes, 25 minutes away from the airport, and our little Boise airport recently added 10 more cities with nonstop flights. So we're growing and making it a lot easier for people to get back home and visit family that haven't relocated here yet. Most of the time, if you relocate, your family will follow. So that's just a little, we have a lot of people who they're kind of the first ones to pull the trigger. Yep, the pioneer. And they're really nervous to leave parents or children and grandkids behind. But I know for myself, when I relocated here, I was super nervous about that. And guess what? The rest of my family followed. And I would say, I don't know, Nate, what percentage of our clients that we work with would you say they kind of become like the anchor and the rest of their family?
You know, I would probably say 75% of our clients right now are the pioneer, right? They're the first ones. They're the trendsetters, right? They're the first ones out there making that big decision like, hey, we want to leave, we want to relocate, we want to come to a place where we have just a better life, a better sense of community, a life we can raise our kids and just have that freedom. Yep.
And I would say from there, anywhere from 35 to 50% have people who follow really shortly after. So if you're nervous about that, don't be, just pray. And in no time, they'll end up out here too.
You know, one of the things, I don't know if we've mentioned these in our previous videos, but the airport is the best. Seriously, there's like 2 gates. You can show up 45 minutes before your flight leaves. It gives you plenty of time to get your baggage checked in, go through TSA, and then board. It is the best. My wife and I, we went to Denver like 6 months ago, and we were like, oh yeah, we'll just show up, like normal, because we're Idahoans and we're used to just quick and easy, airfare. And we were out at breakfast when the waiter was talking to us. We're like, oh yeah, we're leaving. And he's like, you need to leave now. We're like, what do you mean? He's like, you need to leave now. It takes like an hour to get checked in just to get through TSA. I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah. You will not experience that here. So when you come here and you're going back home, 45 minutes is plenty of time.
Yeah, don't think you need to be one of those people who gets to the airport 2 hours early, because you're going to be bored.
You're going to be bored. You're going to be playing on your phone and wasting time.
We're going to take a little drive through so you can see a little bit more, and then we'll meet you over at the next neighborhood. We are crossing Chinden, and right now we are wedged between Highway 16 and 10 Mile, entering Bainbridge. So literally right across the street from where we just were. This community is also another amazing, highly sought after community that offers a very wide range of homes. Something that we've been noticing when we're searching for homes for our clients is that in Bainbridge, if you are purchasing a resale house, you can get the exact same amount of rooms and bathrooms and square footage as you can literally just a mile or two down the road for, let's say, just for the sake of numbers, and please remember, these numbers change. Let's say you're looking at a home that is $1.5 million just a mile down the road. In Bainbridge, the exact same home is going to run you about $1 million. So you can shave $500,000 off for some toys when you move to Idaho. Get yourself an RV. Yeah, lots of toys, some skis, snowboards, snowmobile, you name it. But the price point in here is really, really good. And I have some families that we're really close to that live here. And so we've spent a lot of time in the pool in the summer here and at the parks. And it is a absolutely wonderful neighborhood for a wide variety of families and lifestyles. Again, so we've got sidewalks, lots of people who own dogs here, little dog park stations where you can get a bag to pick up your dog's droppings. It is not as heavily mature landscaping as some of the other communities, but like I mentioned before, one of the trade-offs that you get for that is that you get sidewalks. There's multiple pools, and this community, the pools don't get quite as busy as some of the other ones that we frequented in the summer. But all in all, there's community events here. You'll notice that it's very clean. People take really good care of their homes, so there's lots of pride of ownership. And here you're looking at median price point up, and maybe even in some instances slightly below median. It just kind of depends on what you're looking for in a home. And again, super centrally located. Costco actually backs up to Bainbridge, and you've got urgent cares close by. You've got pretty good access to the freeway. I think it takes about 10 minutes depending on which freeway you're going to. And another great thing about this area is that it's in the middle of the Treasure Valley. So you can jump over to Nampa, Star, Eagle, pretty much anywhere, and you're just right in the heart of it all. So no matter where you're going, there's also some major shopping close, and this is also true for Spurwing and the other neighborhoods that we're going to visit. Something else really cool about Bainbridge is there's pockets in the different phases that have these cobblestone streets. So it's a super cute feature that they added throughout little pockets of Bainbridge. And another cool thing about this community is there's a 55 plus in here. And I also wanted to touch a little bit on HOA. So your impression of what an HOA is probably not what it actually is here in Idaho. So here, HOAs, really their main job is to keep everything landscaped and picked up, because there are so many community features in a lot of these neighborhoods. The annual dues are not bad. Well, in some instances, some communities it's monthly, others it's quarterly or annually, but I would say even your higher end neighborhoods, you're still looking at maybe somewhere from like $500 to $800 a year, and that will get you all the green space maintained. So there's a rule here in the Treasure Valley that new construction and builders, when they're developing, they have to leave a certain amount of the community for green space, and that green space does affect the price point of the home. So you'll get really similar homes at a wide variety of price points in different neighborhoods, even within the same locations. And you might be wondering, like, why was that 3-bed 2-bath like $500,000 less than this other 3-bed 2-bath exact same house a mile away? Well, one of the reasons could be the use of the green space. If the developer kept it pretty much just like an open green area with maybe a bench and, let's say, like one climbing feature for kids, that neighborhood is going to be a much different price point than the one where the developer used that green space to put in a pool or a really nice park or even a community center. So that's another thing that is covered with your HOA dues. I get a lot of people who ask me about snow. So in general, snow removal, that is up to you. The winters here are not super harsh like a lot of people have the impression. So when it snows, if it sticks, it really only sticks for a little while. The main roads are all taken care of. You're responsible for your sidewalk and your driveway. You're going to want to get out and shovel the snow off your driveway. If you're someone who is worried about getting the snow cleared off of your sidewalk and your driveway because physically it's just not an option for you, don't worry. I have yet to ever meet someone whose neighbor hasn't gone and taken care of the snow on their driveway or on the sidewalk, or the little kids coming around trying to make a couple extra bucks to shovel that snow off of your property. Here, everyone really is looking out for their neighbors, and you'll get your snow cleared off no problem. I know we do it for our neighbors, and I've lived in neighborhoods where I feel like the neighbor is like trying to beat me to it.
Yes, that is the truth. It's like everybody's trying to beat their neighbor to do it. It's like a thing.
It is a thing. So don't worry if you're someone, like I said, who doesn't think like, wow, our HOA doesn't cover that, and physically I just don't think I can do it. We got your back. Someone in your neighborhood's got your back. So,
and just to add, I don't know any other subdivision here in the valley that has cobblestone roads. Like I don't even know. Do you know? I've yet to see a cobblestone road. I forgot about Bainbridge that has this.
You know what? There is. I don't think it's in Meridian. I think there is another one in Eagle, but maybe we need to find that out and put that at the end of the video
super
too.
Unique. It's super unique.
It's really pretty.
It's really, really cute subdivision.
Yeah.
Also, in Spurwing, we made mention that there are some RV bay garages here, and that's over here as well. You're gonna find some resales that have the RV bay, which is a really nice touch, especially if you have a bigger family, or you just have an extra car or a boat or just toys, or just you want to just store Christmas stuff. You know, my wife has so many items that we just need the space for, and the RV bay is just perfect for storage.
Yep. So again, we're just going to take a quick little spin around the neighborhood, speed it up with some music so you can get a good look at what Bainbridge has to offer, and then we'll meet you over in the next neighborhood. Another very highly sought after community. We're here in Paramount, and I would say between the three neighborhoods that we're featuring today, Spurwing, Bainbridge, and Paramount, even though they're all within a mile or two of each other, I actually prefer Paramount's location as far as access to amenities. So this is a little bit closer to Eagle Road, and off of Eagle Road is what you where you're going to get your Boise Co-op with your organic groceries. Off of Eagle Road is a hospital, a couple hospitals, so 2 different emergency rooms. It's also how you would access the freeway. So as far as location and amenities go, all 3 are epic as far as that's concerned here in the Treasure Valley, but I would say Paramount is the best. Now, is it a huge difference? No, it's going to shave 5 minutes. Yeah. If you're a really busy person,
5 minutes is key.
5 minutes is everything. And so for me, 5 minutes is everything.
We have kids, we have young kids, and so it's like getting outside of the house. My wife is like, okay, every minute counts. 5 minutes is a big deal.
5 minutes is a really big deal. So, and again, another thing about this community, you've got sidewalks. It's super clean, lots of pride of ownership, multiple pools. There's actually a desirable school here in this neighborhood, and there is a community center that you can rent out to host parties. I have a really good friend who lives in this neighborhood, and in the summer, 1 night a week, we get together with multiple other families with our kiddos, and we swim, we have a potluck, we do a Bible study, and I think it is currently $35 to rent out the entire center.
Oh, it's nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing. And it also has a gym, a fireplace in there. This neighborhood does 4th of July events, tailgates for BSU football games, and it's just, I don't know, it really offers everything at a really great price point. So out of the 3 neighborhoods, Paramount, you're going to find that is closer to the median home price. Yep, you're going to get more home for your dollar here, and there are a variety of lot sizes, nothing like too huge. It just kind of depends on where you're situated, but everyone's got a decent size yard. This community, along with the other 2, you can have a fence. Everyone's got a fence. Something to keep in mind about the Treasure Valley that I don't think I mention often enough is that a lot of the communities have water features, but you're not allowed to have a fence. So depending on your comfort level, if you've got kiddos or grandkids or animals that you are worried about running off, fencing is a conversation that you definitely need to call and have with us. That's something that we need to know. If you need a fence, not every community is going to work well for you. Paramount is huge. It's another one that if you want to purchase a home in Paramount, you need to give us a call early on so that we can get you situated. That way, when a home comes up that you want, we are ready to pull the trigger for you. Another thing that we really like to do, or not like to do, that we do for 100% of the people that we work with is we build you out a self-guided tour. So our drive today is very reflective of, if you give us a call, we sit down, on Zoom, we interview you with the team, and we really get to know all the ins and outs of your needs, your desires, your wants, and when and if you get to come out here and visit before purchasing a home, we set you up on a self-guided tour. Nate right here is the one who does the heavy lifting with this part. Is we create a self-guided tour. So you meet with our team on Zoom, we spend some time on a meet and greet, really getting to know you and your needs, and then Nate will develop a self-guided tour that you can use while you are here. And what he does is he picks out a couple communities and different suburbs based on what you're looking for and your price point, and he helps you map out the drive so that you can see the grocery store that you would be getting your groceries at, what it would look like to get to the freeway or the park, and take you through the different communities. You can check things off your list, give us feedback, and that way when you're not not here, we can do an excellent job of locating a home for you. We know that not everyone gets the opportunity to come out and visit, and we often are doing purchases for people, putting in offers sight unseen, oftentimes when they haven't even been to Idaho, which is, we know it can be very stressful for a lot of people, and that's why we're doing this tour like this today, just so you can get a good idea of visually what it really looks like to live here, what the communities are like just day to day. Here in Paramount, there is also a Cadence 55 and up community, so that is great. There is just a really wide spread of homes in here. Different garage sizes. We've got 2-car garage, 3-car garage. You can get an RV bay in here. There are homes with master on main upstairs. We've got some single level. There's really a lot to offer within this community. And something I super love about this one, again, is that it's mature landscaping with the sidewalks. And I just wanted to throw out there, we're focused on some of the bigger subdivisions, but all sprinkled all around Chinden and this area right here are little pocket communities or just infill too, where we've got new construction right here within the same location, more resale. There's some properties that have acreage. There really is a sprinkling of everything right here. Also, up and down this road are very sought after private schools, multiple very sought after private schools right here, places of worship all up and down. We've got kind of everything that you would think of. Even when I was living in downtown Boise, you would think living in downtown Boise, you would have the access to everything. I was actually driving out this way when I was living downtown for shopping with things like clothing or outlet stores. Downtown Boise, the shopping is kind of hit or miss depending on what you're looking for. There's a lot of cute gift shops and things like that. There's a Whole Foods downtown, but as far as like your big shopping needs, this area, I mean...
Yeah, it's close to the village. The village is going to have a lot of things to offer. If you Google just village, right, in Meridian, it's going to show up. There's, well, for all you Californians coming over here, there's an In-N-Out that just got built.
The 400th In-N-Out.
Oh my gosh, yeah, and it's wild. People here, you know, the line is not quite as extreme as it was, but for a while I'd be waiting, you know, way too long to get one of those doubles. But
okay,
back to the village. I mean, there's shopping, right? There's an H&M over there. There's multiple different clothing outlets. I mean, there's restaurants. There's a Big Al's over there. This is close to the village. It's about 15 minutes away.
Big Al's is bowling and arcade, for those of you who don't know.
Yep.
And to piggyback off of In-N-Out, we folded down the chairs in the back and put blankets and pillows and played games while the kids waited. They have like an entire traffic thing mapped out.
It's wild.
We're getting 2 more In-N-Outs, one in Nampa, one in Boise. And if you're like me, maybe leave a comment in the box below if you're at In-N-Out or Wiener Schnitzel. We're getting Wiener Schnitzel. I'm more excited about the Wiener Schnitzel, and I have no shame.
I don't know before.
It's like, you know how Taco Bell is not Mexican food, but you can get tacos? Wiener Schnitzel, it's not like real chili, but I have it's amazing, and I have no shame. I get the 3-pack. I get the chili cheese fries, the chili cheese dog, and the chili cheese burger, and I eat all of it. And that's what we did when I was a kid growing up. We would get that and go to the park.
I like it.
Yeah, so...
one thing that I don't think we've talked about, RV bays. We've talked about it in the other 2 subdivisions in Bainbridge and in Spurwing. I don't know if I've seen one yet. So we might get lucky finding one, but it looks like most of the homes are 2 and a 3-car garage minus the RV bay. I would say like the big difference between this subdivision and the other 2, the homes are a little bit closer together. You're not going to be right on top of each other, but you're going to get more space in Bainbridge, and you're going to get the most space in Spurwing. That's going to be the biggest difference out of the 3 subs, minus like being closer into town, like Eagle Road. Spurwing, you're going to get just a bigger lot size.
Yeah, definitely this is the most bang for your buck as far as the 3 communities go. Right now, it's February, winter, so we've got a bunch of naked trees without leaves, and it's a little gray outside. But all in all, it's still really beautiful with clean streets, clean neighborhoods. You don't see people sleeping in tents anywhere in the neighborhoods or in our retail centers. There's no graffiti, no trash. It's just really cute, quaint communities, and right here you've got access to everything. So we are going to drive you through this, and until the next video, be blessed.